I'm here. Copy. Welcome everybody inside Jimmy John's Field here in beautiful downtown Utica. Another dandy of a ball game for you tonight. First, let me introduce my color commentator, Alex Johnson. I'm Enver Shapelo. It's the Westside Woolly Mammoths taking on the Bloomfield Beavers here, which is presented by 80 Acres Farms. It is also Friday night fireworks presented by Magna. Before we go any further, let's thank tonight's sponsors that make this USPBL Network broadcast possible. Belfour Property Restoration, Budweiser, Corwell Health, Dave & Buster's, DTE, Fifth Third Bank, Jarbcom Audio Video Solutions, Jimmy John's, Macomb Community College, McLaren Macomb, McQuaid Heating and Cooling, Plumbing and Refrigeration, Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers, Pepsi, and United Wholesale Mortgage. So back here at Jimmy John's Field alongside Alex Johnson, I'm Enver Shapelo. And Alex, Another big baseball game here as we get closer to the end of the season. 2 weeks remaining in the season and another dandy. But let's first talk about how tight these standings are with 2 weeks left, as 3 teams within 2.5 games of each other, and the Woolly Mammoths clinging to a 1-game lead over the Utica Unicorns.
Yeah, very important for the Mammoths here tonight. They got a huge win last night, Denver, over the Hoppers. A 3-0 win led by Carter Fitzpatrick, their starter, going 8 innings, tying the most strikeouts in a game in league history with 13. He had a phenomenal performance, and Pierce Banks also had a great game for the Hoppers, striking out 10 in 6 innings, only allowing the 1 run. But the Mammoths able to gain some separation on the Hoppers, but the Mammoths got to look forward here to this game tonight against the Beavers, who have been strong as of late but have dropped their last 2. They took a 6-1 loss to the Hoppers on Wednesday, so they're looking to bounce back into that. But going back to what you mentioned, the 3 teams near the top of the standings, the Mammoths, the Unicorns, and the Hoppers, all separated by 2.5 games from each other. It's going to be a tight race on who's going to be that #1 team at the end of the regular season and get that automatic berth to the championship. But the Mammoths control their own destiny right now here, Ever. They got to take care of business of these next few games ahead of them to secure that #1 spot in the regular season.
And let's take a look at the starting pitching matchups here tonight for both teams. We're going to start with the away team, Alex. The Westside Woolly Mammoths, they are sending out Nate Blaine onto the mound. He has been spectacular, 5-1 with a 2.34 ERA.
Yeah, he has been really impressive all season long. Near one of the top pitchers in the league, right up there with guys like Pierce Banks, Greg Lokinen of the Beavers. Got other guys in there as well that are near the top. But Nate Blaine is in that conversation. It says for himself, 5-1 record, 2.34 ERA. Very phenomenal. He's making his 7th start on the season, 42 1/3 innings pitched, 38 strikeouts, 15 walks, 260 opposing batting average. He has been really on point here as a key piece for Coach Taylor Jalkowski and his team.
And then over to the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, Samuel Bass gets to start, the right-hander. He's only made 3 appearances, but he's been solid in those 3 appearances, Alex. 1.2 ERA, a 2-0 average, 15 innings pitched, and 17 strikeouts.
Yeah, those numbers speak for himself. No, this is a guy who's been only in the league for a couple weeks, making his 4th appearance, 3rd start on the season. Very impressive numbers for him coming over into the league. No, this late into the season, but making an impact right away, being a key piece right behind guys such as Greg Lokinen and Dyson Johnson in that rotation for the Beavers. As you see, our umpires for the game right at home plate. The lineups are going to be announced in just a few moments, and this is just going to be a crucial game. Now, the Beavers, sitting right now at 15-23, trying to finish out the season strong. They've turned it around ever since the senior showcase in late June, and they were at 3-16 at one point, but they've right now have been 12-7 since that. It has been really fun to see how they've turned around so much, and to give credit to Coach John Dombrowski, assistant coach Nick Caruso, and the rest of the staff for bringing these guys in and making an impact in that transition from their college ball days into the USPBL. Has been really fun to watch.
Definitely a dangerous team as of late, the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. Let's go back to the away team again, the Westside Woolly Mammoths. We're going to talk a little bit of offense, Alex. Some of the guys have been really powering this offense. Of course, Colby Seltzer for the Woolly Mammoths is just hitting the snot out of the baseball this season. 325 batting average, 7 home runs, and 25 RBIs.
Yeah, he's really elevated his game in his 2nd year in the league, and it's been really impressive to watch. He's also been making some phenomenal plays over at shortstop. He's been really key on both sides of the ball, and Taylor Jalkowski has been really pleased with him throughout the course of the season. Another guy, is back in the lineup. He was quiet yesterday, but looking to pick it up where he left off earlier on in the season. Francis Florentino, he was really impressive last season. He nearly 400, average right now at 273, but he does have 5 homers and 21 RBIs to his name this season, and this lineup has already been strong all season long. Guys like Drew Fleming, and we mentioned Colby Seltzer, Anthony Sharkis, Dre Williams-Nelson, Jose Cedeno. There's a lot of names you can throw out there, Enver, on this Mammoths team, because how strong and deep this lineup really is.
And of course, we mentioned the Beavers, how better baseball they have played as of late. You mentioned it, 12-7 in their last 19 games. A lot of that has to do with the extremely great hitting that they've had lately, especially by Chase Rodriguez and Matt Pietrowski. Combined 12 home runs and 31 RBIs for the Beavers.
And those have been the top two guys. So Rodriguez came on a little later on in the season near the senior showcase and came out strong. 6 home runs and 13 RBIs in 20 games played. Leads the team in average with 339. And then Matthew Pietrowski has been on this team for most of the season. 310 average, 6 homers, 18 RBIs. But you got to give credit to the other guys too. Ben Wilcoxon, the leadoff guy at short, key player on both sides of the ball, being the leader in the clubhouse. Joe Burke, who was on the Hoppers last season, was the home run champion in the regular season from a year ago with 8 homers. He's a vocal piece in the clubhouse as well. Then they got the batting champion from last year, Ray Hilbrick. And then looking near the middle of the lineup, Blake Bean. It's been really impressive to watch since coming over since the senior showcase. Christian Ortega and then Pablo Ruiz as well. So both of these teams have really strong lineups from top to bottom, and it's going to be interesting to see how they turn out here as the season is coming to a close in just a couple of weeks.
Well, it should be a great evening of baseball. Of course, the weather cooperating, sunny skies, temperature near 80 degrees. We have a great night for fireworks as some of the people start to get their seats on the lawn here at Jimmy John's Field. Just a couple Fridays left, Alex. Friday night fireworks, can you believe the season near completion here with 2 weeks left?
Yeah, this is the third to last fireworks show of the season. Friday nights are always really the most fun night of the week at the ballpark because the fireworks and the start of the weekend. It's just a really good night out, for the families and the fans to come out here and watch these players compete. And it's just a really good environment to be in, and to see the Beavers wrapping up their starting line being announced, and they're trying to play and strong the rest of the way. The Mammoths looking to hold on to first place and gain another key half a game on the Unicorns over them as they're looking to get their way back near first place to end out the season. But it's going to be a good one here tonight, Denver. Both teams looking really solid as of late, and it's going to be a good night for the fans as we got the fireworks at the end of the game. Lots to look forward to here coming up.
All right, make sure everybody stick around. We got a good baseball game for you, and a very crucial game here late in the season. The Woolly Mammoths taking on the Bloomfield Beavers. We'll be right back with first pitch here on the USPBL Network.
And our military with our national. The USPBL powered by UWM baseball games at Jimmy John's Field are the fun and family-friendly experience you won't want to miss. Entertainment every week, including Thirsty Thursdays, fireworks every Friday, live music Saturdays, and Sunday fun days for the kids. Kids run the bases after every game, and parking is always free. Come see the stars of the future at Jimmy John's Field. Get your tickets today at USPBL.com.
I'm Anthony Tomey, CEO of Tomey Group, and we're one of the largest Jimmy John franchisees in the country. With 50 Jimmy Johns and over 700 employees, it's a challenge to manage operations. What could possibly go wrong with owning 50 Jimmy Johns? People don't show up, equipment fail, run out of bread, no tomatoes, we need onions. Many different things can happen. Tryon allows us to really focus on the food and the operations of the restaurant.
And that's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Welcome back inside Jimmy John's Field here in downtown Utica alongside Alex Johnson. I'm Enver Chaplow. Let's take a look at the Westside Woolly Mammoths batting lineup. Batting first and playing third base, Jake Walker. Batting second and playing first base, Drew Fleming. Batting third and playing shortstop, Colby Seltzer. Batting cleanup in the DH, Francis Florentino. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Nick Pastor. Batting sixth, their left fielder, Anthony Sharkis. Batting seventh, the catcher, Zach Beadle. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Dre Williams Nelson. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Jose Cedeno. You see the starting pitcher for the Beavers, Alex. We mentioned him here in the open. Sam Bass making his fourth appearance. 2-0, 1.20 ERA.
He's been a really good piece for Coach John Dombrowski and his squad. A 1.20 ERA, 2-0 record, 17 strikeouts, 9 walks. I had a chance to talk with him before the game. He utilizes his slider a lot here tonight, and we'll be seeing that throughout the most of the game. About 56% of the time he'll use that. He'll get his four-seamer to give himself ahead in the count, but his slider is his go-to piece to try to keep the hitters off balance, and he's going to utilize that as well. He has a splitter, but he rarely uses it, but look out for it. He might pull one up his sleeves, but he's going to look to stop this Mammoths lineup. That came out huge late in last night's game to pick up a huge win over the Hoppers on yesterday, and then the Beavers trying to bounce back, who lost to the Hoppers on Wednesday.
Let's quickly take a look at the defensive lineup for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, presented by Three Dimensional Services Group. There you see Pablo Ruiz in left field, Chase Rodriguez in center, Ray Hilbrick in right field. And on the infield, Christian Ortega at third base, Ben Wilcoxon at shortstop, Matt Piotrowski at second base, Joe Burke at first base, and of course, starting pitcher Samuel Bass, and behind the dish, Tyler Shin. As we wait for the final groups from the band, or leaving the field of play, we're about ready for first pitch, Alex, as the crowd starts to fill in here on Friday Night Fireworks presented by Magna.
Yeah, it's going to be a good night for baseball, and those fans were leaving out here with the American flag. And there was no band here tonight, but we had a lot of the high school bands over the last few days performing the national anthems. We're underway.
And strike called. Jake Walker leads things off. First pitch at 7:04 p.m. There's a ground ball to third base, fielded by Ortega. Throw over to first. It's a wild throw, and Chase and Walker is going to head over to second base standing up. So the Woolly Mammoths off to a good start here on a wild throw by Ortega as Walker reaches second base.
Yeah, it looked like Wilcoxon was going to pick up the ground ball, but Ortega waved him off saying, "I got it," and he threw an errant throw over the head of Burke. Not what you wanted to start the game if you're the Beavers after you were held quiet offensively on Wednesday, only scoring 1 run late in the ball game. And now runner in scoring position early on for the Mammoths, who's got Drew Fleming in the lineup here tonight.
Swing and a miss by Fleming. So 1 strike on Fleming, who's really had a solid season for the Woolly Mammoths this year, Alex.
Yeah, 252 average, 6 homers and 24 RBIs from the man out of Davison, Michigan. Played his last 2 years of collegiate ball over at Concordia University, Ann Arbor. Also spent some time at Wright State University Division I and Mott Community College.
1-1 count now. As Bass gets set to deliver to Drew Fleming. The pitch. Ball high, and it's 2-1.
Fleming coming in late in the lineup here tonight. It was supposed to be Fox Liam over at first, but it was a late scratch, so Fleming will be taking over his spot tonight.
It's a 2-1 pitch by Jake Bass to Fleming is a strike called.
Got him with that off speed.
And it's 2-2.
Yeah, that slider's what we're going to be using a lot here on the inside part of the plate. We'll see if he goes back with that slider. Maybe go a little bit outside to make Fleming chase.
swing and a miss, and Fleming goes down swinging on strikes. First strikeout of the game for Bass.
It went below the knees, exactly what I called for. Made Fleming chase on that slider. They've got to get used to that tonight. As you take a look at the replay here, Enver, that was way below the zone, near the dirt. Good pickup by Tyler Shin, who gets the nod over behind the dish. It's been Ranko Stevanovic over the last few games.
Colby Seltzer now, the hot-hitting Seltzer now steps in for the Woolly Mammoths. First pitch is a ball, just misses high. Seltzer, .325 batting average on the season, 7 home runs, 25 RBIs, and 39 games played.
He's had some great work. He was 1 for 3 in last night's game. He had a double and left. That was in the 7th.
It's a ground ball foul into the Beavers dugout, and it's 1-1.
Seltzer looking to capitalize here after the Mammoths got rewarded with an error by Ortega with the throw over to Burke.
There's a shot that's just foul. Wow, just by really inches, Alex. That would have been an easy double for Seltzer. Take a look at the rebound, see how close this was.
It was in the low part of the zone. Had a good rip on it. Ortega almost snagged it away, just out of his reach.
So close to being fair. It would have been easily a stand-up double, and Walker would have easily scored, but instead he's back at the plate, and it's 1-2 on Colby Seltzer.
Baseball can be a game of inches sometimes.
That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-2 on Seltzer.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Yeah. So 2-2. Seltzer just looking to try to get that double back.
Oh, Walker takes off running, and he's in there easily. No throw down to third base. So how about Jake Walker, Alex, with a steal early on in the first inning?
Yeah, Shin was really surprised. Yeah, Bass was not even paying attention over to him, and now the runner's 90 feet from home. All you need is either a single or a sac fly to drive him in.
There's a pop-up on a full count. Ruiz under it. Oh, and they both collide, and the ball is dropped. Wow. Just really, Alex, a miscommunication. Both guys were under it. No one really called anyone off, really. And
yeah,
they just kind of bumped into each other, and the ball was dropped.
Just very fortunate for Seltzer to get another chance at the plate. Not how you wanted to start the game defensively if you're the Beavers.
Those are sure outs that you got to take, because you know sometimes those things can like really spiral out of control there. So that misses for a ball, and Colby Seltzer now will reach base as the Woolly Mammoths here in the top of the first inning. Runners on first and third, and that'll bring up Francis Florentino.
Yeah, that's a mistake that Bass will have to move out on. His defense coming out slow here tonight. You know, just got to be able to communicate if you're Shin and Burke.
Here's the pitch to Florentino, swing and a miss, and it's 1 strike on Francis Florentino.
Florentino was 0 for 4 in the game last night. His second public game back. He was in last night.
That's a ground ball foul. Quickly 0-2 on Francis Florentino.
Yeah, they've worked up to him quickly. Pierce Banks got quick work on him last night.
Here's the 0-2 pitch and a throwback to first as Walker jumps down the line at third base.
Yeah, Seltzer does have some speed too.
Think they'll pull off a little steal trickery, third base, trying to come home. 0-2 pitch to Florentino. There's a fly ball that's going to be pulled foul. It's going to go over the bullpen into the crowd.
Yeah, near the Chevrolet Pavilion.
Good crowd out there tonight.
Yeah, very, very lucky for Bass that Florentino just missed it. Slider right down the middle.
he straightens that out, has a chance to get out of here. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Florentino. Here's a ground ball, dribbler down the first base line, but that's going to be foul. Looked like that one went off the end of the bat.
Yeah, that was hit really soft. Again, right down Main Street. Those are just two chances that Florentino missed on, and so you can't ride on that if you're Bass. You got to be really careful.
Florentino fighting here. A good at bat for him. 0-2 pitch as Bass gets ready, sets, and delivers. There's another ground ball fouled on the third base line. So really turning into a quality at bat as the Florentino gets the pitch count up early on Bass.
Yeah, going to be his 20th pitch coming up here.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Florentino. That one's high and inside, and it's 1-2.
And Florentino's just in a little bit of a cold streak. Just trying to find his way to get out of it. Get yourself on base.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Florentino. That misses. Low and outside, and it's 2-2.
And decided to pull the swing back. Very wise decision to keep yourself in the at-bat.
The 2-2 pitch to Florentino. Swing and a miss. And Seltzer takes off to second base for a steal. So 2 outs here in the top of the first as Florentino goes down swinging, but Seltzer steals second, and runners on second and third now with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Nick Pastor.
Yeah, that ball was in the ground, and it would have been hard for Shin to throw it over to Piotrowski at second. Don't want that one to go into the outfield to score Walker easily.
So Bass's pitch count up to 22 as Pastor looks to try and knock in a couple runs here. That one misses high for a ball.
Pastor was 1 for 3 last night, had a walk in the game. He singled to center in the 8th.
That one's in there for a strike call, then it's 1-1. Good pitch by Bass.
Yeah, that slider he uses to perfection. Perfect location because of that movement he had on it.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Pastor. That one skips in a 55-footer for a ball, and it's 2-1.
It would be really huge for Bass to get out of this jam and come away with no runs across. 2 miscues by the defense early.
You mentioned 25 pitches already here, Alex, in the top of the first for Bass. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Pastor. There's a foul ball again off the left side into the umbrellas, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, he went for the fastball that time, and he just needs something to get Pastor away. He's been using that slider majority of the time.
Bass sets, 2-2 pitch to Pastor. There's a base hit, drops. That's going to score 2 runs. Here comes Seltzer in as the second run, and how about Pastor delivering a 2-run single here in the top of the first, and it's 2-0 Mammoth.
Yeah, played that on one hop to Ray Hilbrook. He could have had a chance to maybe make the play, but it just dropped right in front of him for 2 huge runs that come across early for Westside. And those mistakes are coming back to haunt the Beavers.
How about that dropped foul ball by the catcher? The collision there, see? I mean, you can make the case they could have been out of the inning, and here they are now down 2-0. And Sharkus at the plate now for the Woolly Mammoths as he takes first pitch ball.
And Coach John Dabrowski, he works with these guys to know what my setting up pop-ups right behind where home plate for the catchers to make. And you got to have the communication, and they work on this day in and day out. And mistakes are bound to happen. Everyone makes mistakes. It's just how you respond to it. You know, the Beavers' offense has been really strong as of late.
Swing and a miss by Sharkus, and it's 2-1.
Sharkus did not play in last night's game. He had the night off. Good numbers for him in his first year in the league.
Pastor takes off, throw down to second, and he's safe. So he gets in there, a very close play, but Pastor gets the steal. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, the Mammoths have been aggressive on the base paths. 3 steals in this inning. The throw.
I'll tell you what, look at that slide, though, Alex. That was a great slide.
The throw was accurate in time, but the tag by Piotrowski was just a second late.
There's a foul ball, but I noticed this. You see the slide as he slid outside of the bag, making it a little bit more difficult to apply the tag. Nonetheless, though, great throw, but by the catcher, the ball was right there, but good slide by Pastor, and he's in there for a steal. It's 3-2 now on Sharkus. Time called now by Sharkus.
And for Pastor, that's a 16th steal on the season in 23 attempts. And they now have 58 steals as a team for the Mammoths here tonight.
Here's the full count pitch to Sharkus. Oh, high and inside there, and it's a walk. So Bass finding some trouble here in the top of the first. Sharkus on first. And
yeah, that way up and in.
Pastor on second.
And this has been a long inning. Now facing the 7th man in the order, Zach Beadle, and Tyler Shin just trying to calm Bass down. It's just not the ideal start.
Zach Beadle now steps in for the Woolly Mammoths. Runners on first and second. They've already got 2 runs in on Pastor's 2-run single. Looking for more. That one's high, and it's a ball. 34 pitches now by Bass. Not the start you wanted for the Beavers.
Yeah, this is not what they drew up.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Gone there to swords on that sword swing on Beadle. Sharkus at first base.
The 1-1 pitch to Beadle. Fouled into the netting, and it's 1-2. Tell you what, though, Beavers cannot afford to get any runs let in here in the top of the first, especially with Zach Bass pushing 40 pitches in the first inning.
He needs to strike here.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Beadle. Runners are going. That's a ball in the dirt. So 2 more steals by the Woolly Mammoths. Is that 4 in this inning, Alex?
That's, yeah, with the 2 there, they had 3. Make that 5 on the double, 5 on the double steal.
Wow.
So yeah, 2 steals in this inning for Pastor and 1 for Sharkus. Walker and Seltzer got the others, and now Nick Caruso, assistant coach, is going to have infield visit here. Second and third now, 2 outs. So just to recap how this inning has gone so far. E5 by Ortega on the Walker got hit. Then Fleming struck out. Seltzer walk. Florentino struck out. And then Nick Pastor got the 2-run single. And then Sharkus walked, and now up to Zach Beadle. And going back to that Seltzer play, at the plate he walked, he could have been out if the communication by Shin and Burke were there.
Really, this inning's kind of spiraled out of control. It was Ortega's wild throw, and then the dropped fly ball by the.
But Shin and Burke at home plate.
Exactly. The miscommunication there. And here we are now, 38 pitches for Bass. Here's the full count pitch to Beadle. There's another base hit by Beadle. Here comes another run in to score. And Beadle delivers. Now it is 3-0 Woolly Mammoths. And this is turning, 4-0 Woolly Mammoths. 2 runs scored there. I'm sorry, Alex. And really turned into a disaster first inning for the Beavers.
Yeah, Beadle coming through here with the slider right near the inner middle of the plate.
So Beadle and Pastor coming up big, both with 2-run singles here in the top of the first. We're still not out of this inning as Bass is about to throw his 40th pitch to Dre Williams Nelson, and that's a ball. So things couldn't get worse for the Beavers. They just did. It's the 1-0 count to Williams Nelson. Another base hit. Beadle the second. And runners on first and second now for the Woolly Mammoths, looking for more. They've already got 4 runs in on the inning, and that'll bring up Jose Cedeno for the Woolly Mammoths.
Yeah, everyone's going to have a bat here this inning, and I don't see anybody warming up yet for the Beavers. No, I know it's only the first inning, but you're now at 41 pitches.
Strike called on Cedeno, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Cedeno by Bass. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Got him with that slider at the knees.
Here's the pitch by Bass, set the pitch to Cedeno. Ground ball to first, that's going to be fielded by Burke, touches first base, and finally the Beavers get out of the inning as you see the frustration there by Bass. A tough inning for the Beavers. Woolly Mammoths score 4 in the top of the first. They lead the Beavers 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the first here on the USPBL network.
We're for people, the pioneers, the underdogs, the players, and the slow and steadies. We're for people, for who they are and who they could become. Yes, we're a bank, and some say our business is all about money, but that's an old idea. Because look past the money, and you'll see real human lives. We see it, because we're for people. Huntington, welcome.
Time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, perseverance.
And we do.
We're fighting cancer with proton therapy.
And music therapy.
We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's and outsmarting blood clots in seconds.
Instead of days.
Because this is her time. His time, your time. And it's time to show we can. Corewell Health.
Welcome back inside Jimmy John's Field. Let's take a look at the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers batting lineup. Batting first and playing shortstop, Ben Wilcoxon. Batting second and playing second base, Matt Piotrowski. Batting third, the right fielder, Ray Hilbrick. The cleanup hitter batting the first baseman, Joe Burke. Batting fifth, the DH, Blake Bean. Batting sixth, third baseman, Christian Ortega. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Chase Rodriguez. Batting eighth, the catcher, Tyler Shin. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Pablo Ruiz. As we take a look at the starting pitcher again for the Woolly Mammoths, we mentioned him in the open. Alex, he's been sensational. There you see his record, 5-1 with a 2.34 ERA.
Yeah, so really impressive numbers for Nate Blaine this season. But one of the top guys we've been watching all season long. In 42 and a third innings pitched, 38 strikeouts, 15 walks, 2.34 ERA. He comes in with a 3-pitch mix. He'll throw his 4-seamer about 53% of the time. He'll throw in a slider and a changeup. So a simple mix into his arsenal, but it's been effective all season long. Spent his college days over at Madonna and played his final year over at Ball State.
As Ben Wilcoxon leads things off for the Beavers, down 4-0 in the bottom of the first. First pitch is a ball to Wilcoxon.
Yeah, that last half inning is an inning to forget for the Beavers, and that was 44 pitches thrown by Sam Bass. But no, this is only the first inning. This team has done really well in response to when they make mistakes. They don't let that get them down.
That one's fouled, and it's 2-1 on Wilcoxon.
Wilcoxon's been the leader all season long, the voice in the clubhouse in his second year in the league, hitting .246 on the season for the man out of Kentucky Wesleyan College.
Oh, that one hit him in the arm, and Wilcoxon's going to take first base. So Blaine, that one got away from him there.
Yeah, that off speed at 83, lost his touch on it. As we take a look at the replay.
He got hit in the arm there, so Wilcoxon reaches base on a hit by a pitch. And Piotrowski now steps in for the Beavers.
.310 average for him on the season with 6 home runs.
There's a base hit by Piotrowski, so but the Beavers now getting things going here in the bottom of the first. Runners on first and second for Ray Hilbrick.
That was right down Main Street, and Piotrowski got a barrel on it. Blooped right into right. Played to Jose Cedeno, who threw it back in, and now you got the Beavers 2 on, nobody out. Exactly what you need here. Just try to chip away at it, 1 run at a time.
First pitch is a strike called.
Hilbrick, which is .291 on the season, 13 RBIs.
It's a ground ball to shortstop. That's going to be fielded by Seltzer. Throw it to first, and they got him. But the runners move up to second and third. So, job done by Hilbrick.
Yeah, he did his job.
Yep.
Moved the runners into scoring position. That ball was hit too slowly for Seltzer to turn 2. So now you just get a run.
Let's take a look at the three-dimensional services group defensive lineup for the William Mammoth. Sharkus in left, Pastor in center, right field Cedeno, third base Walker. Finish. First pitch is a strike called on Joe Burke. That's a ball. Shortstop Colby Seltzer trying to finish that lineup for you. Trying to squeeze that in. 1-1 pitch to Burke. Here's the pitch by Blaine. That one's outside, and it's 2-1.
And you take a look at the right side. The infield has been really strong all season long. Enver got Dre Williams Nelson at second, Drew Fleming at first, and then Zach Beto behind the dish for Nate Blaine. College teammates for a few years at Madonna, so they've known each other really well and have built their chemistry throughout the season.
That one's outside, and it's 3-1 on Joe Burke.
Burke also a Kentucky Wesleyan product, hitting .259 on the season.
Swing and a miss on Burke. It's a full count. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Runners on second and third for the Beavers as they look to get some runs back down 4-0.
Yeah, they need Burke to come through. This is a guy in his 4th year in the USPBL.
Swing and a miss. Burke goes down swinging. A big out for the William Mammoths. Blaine's first strikeout of the game. 2 outs here in the the bottom of the first, and I'll leave it up to Blake Bean.
Got him with that changeup at 85, just perfectly pitched at the low inside part of the plate. It's actually more towards the outside rather, but still a really good pitch by Blaine to get an important second out.
First pitch there is a ball on Blaine, or excuse me, on Bean. Here's the pitch by Blaine. That one's high and inside, and it's 2-0 on Blake Bean.
Bean walked 3 times and had a double on Wednesday. Hoppers had trouble getting him out for most of the night.
That one's in the dirt, and it's 3-0 on Blake Bean. The 3-0 pitch to Bean. Strike call, and it's 3-1. Bean taking that one all day on 3-0.
Yeah, just being patient at the plate. Exactly what you need to do there on 3-0.
That one's fouled away now, and it's a full count on Blake Bean. So William Mammoth and Blaine trying to get out of here with no runs scored here. And it's bottom of the first.
Got to have the right mindset.
Here's the full count pitch by Blaine to Blake Bean. That one just misses outside, and Bean draws a walk, and that'll load things up for the Beavers with 2 outs. And here comes Christian Ortega. Great opportunity for him to get some runs in for the Beavers.
Absolutely, they desperately needed this.
Now Blaine gets into a little trouble here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, both pitchers have gone through some difficulty in this first inning of play.
That one's in the dirt, and it's a first pitch ball to Ortega.
But the bases loaded this season for the Beavers, hitting .275 as a team. Ortega is 0 for 3.
There's a fly ball right to Nick Pastor. He makes the catch. Didn't he really have to move for that one, Alex? So the Willie Mammoths get out of the inning with no run scored. We've played one here at Jimmy John's Field in downtown Utica. It's 4-0 Willie Mammoths here on the USPBL network.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start at mortgagematchup.com. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's easier and more affordable is to find a local home loan expert first. Go to mortgagematchup.com today.
With a transforming world, we can see how drastically the world is heading towards automation. And so, we need 24/7 surveillance and security systems for our homes and businesses to avoid any theft or breach of privacy. JARPCOM brings the installation of security cameras to the tip of your fingers with our state-of-the-art mobile app. JARPCOM also provides surveillance monitoring of your entire property with flexible options that offer a dependable solution to be scaled to fit any domestic or commercial need. Contact JARPCOM today for a free estimate at 800-369-0374 or look us up on the web at jarpcom.com.
Welcome back inside Jimmy John's Field here in downtown Utica. We're in the top of the second inning. Willie Mammoths lead at 4-0. Sam Bass comes out for the second inning and looks to have a much quicker inning this time, Alex, after throwing 44 pitches in the first inning.
Yeah, that was a rough one. And especially, with the 2 miscues that the Beavers had in the last inning. He faced a whole order, so it's back to Jake Walker here in the second inning.
First pitch there is a ball to Walker. That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-0. Here on Friday Night Fireworks, presented by Magna. Strike call, that's 2-1. As you said, Alex, 3 more firework spectaculars on the season.
Yeah, including tonight. So make sure you get out to the ballpark. And
ground ball to third base, fielded by Ortega. Throw over to first, and they got him this time. So good strike, good throw by Ortega. And Walker goes down 1 out here in the top of the second.
Yeah, took a hop over to Ortega and able to make the throw to Burke in time. we mentioned he needs a quick inning of work. He can't afford to go another 15, 20 pitches in this inning. Wants to be able to stay in the game as much as possible because it's a quick turnaround for the Beavers tomorrow as they take on the Unicorns.
Swing and a miss by Fleming, and it's 1-1.
Bass struck out 2 Mammoths in that first inning. Fleming was one of them.
It's another swing and a miss by Fleming, and it's 1-2.
And getting hit with that slider at the knees. It's been difficult for Fleming to hit off of.
The 1-2 pitch to Fleming. Swing and a miss. So 2 outs now. Bass gets his second strikeout. He needed that. Fleming goes down swinging. 2 outs here in the top of the second.
Yeah, he's been going back into that. Set him outside, a few inches off the plate, and just able to get Fleming again to go down swinging on that. And now Colby Seltzer comes in with 2 outs, bases clear.
That one misses for a ball on Seltzer.
It was a turning point in that inning. Seltzer would have been out on a foul ball at home plate.
That one's fouled away, and it's 1-1 now on Seltzer.
But that was a turning point in the inning where Tyler Shin and Joe Burke are on the left side of home plate for them to make that play, and they just collided into each other, and the ball fell right in between them. Kept the inning going.
Strike called on Seltzer, and it's 1-2.
You would love to see a 1-2-3 inning here for Bass.
That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-2. As Bass gets set. Here's the pitch to Seltzer. That's another foul ball, and it stays at 2-2.
Pitch count at 57 for Bass.
Another one fouled into the netting.
Had to be ready for the fans there. They were.
Yeah. And it stays at 2-2 as Seltzer keeps fighting off Bass. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. The 15th pitch of the inning. And the Beavers get out of the second unscathed. We'll go to the bottom of the second here at Jimmy John's Field. It's the Woolly Mammoths with the 4-0 lead over the Beavers here on the USPBL Network.
Check your checking. If your account doesn't get you pumped, amped, or geeked, make the switch to Genius Checking from Genesis Credit Union. It's just genius.
We're the financial champion of Michiganders. Whether you're a goal getter or dream chaser, an empty nester or up-and-comer, anyone in Michigan can bank with us. Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union.
Field. Tonight's USPBL ball game is presented by Bell's Brewing. For the past 25 years, Bell's Brewery has been inspired to brew beer that you can count on, not just for taste, but quality. From Two Hearted Ale to Oberon to new classics, official hazy IPA, or the easy drinking golden ale, Bell's has brewed inspired beer since 1985. Bell's Brewery, Comstock, Michigan. Please drink responsibly. As we head to the bottom of the second, and Nate Blaine comes out for the second inning here, and he'll face Chase Rodriguez to lead things off.
It'll be the bottom of the order for Nate Blaine. He stranded the bases loaded in the last innings. The Beavers, they had trouble with that on Wednesday.
First pitch, swing and a miss by Rodriguez. Strike call there.
Yeah, it was just a rough night on the base paths for the Beavers in that one, and that's a game they've been looking back on over the last couple days. They left 14 guys on base in that game. They had the bases loaded in the fourth inning that went to waste, had runners on first and third, nobody out. In the sixth in that game, came away empty-handed.
There's a base hit by Rodriguez as that sneaks by Dre Williams-Nelson, and Rodriguez is on with a single.
Yeah, took a funny hop off the back edge of the infield that you see on the replay. Look at that. Diving in there was Nelson. Couldn't pick it up. As Dre Williams-Nelson lets that one go into the grass. And the leadoff man is on once again for the Beavers.
Tyler Shin now at the plate for the Beavers. Strike called on Shin.
Yeah, Shin was on the Unicorns at the beginning of the season. Has moved over to the Beavers, and some changes made in between teams.
Ball in the dirt, and it's 1-1 on Shin.
But Shin has come over and done nicely.
Quick throw over to first. They got him. Wow, great pick move by Blaine. And Rodriguez is thrown out at first base on the pickoff move. Wow, that's a big out.
Yeah, went a little too far. Blaine caught him sleeping, and Blumman able to get the tag, and that's another mistake by the Beavers. That's been the story here tonight. They get the runner back on. The second hit by pitch by Blaine here tonight.
So Shin goes to first on a hit by pitch. And here comes Pablo Ruiz for the Beavers. Here's the first pitch to Ruiz. That's low for a ball. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1 on Ruiz.
Good movement on that slider. Right there at 82.
Another swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 on Pablo Ruiz.
That fastball, the top part of the letters, got a little of the tip into the glove of Beetle.
Here's the 1-2 pitch on Ruiz. Ground ball, base hit into right field, and Shin will hold up at second. So Ruiz gets a single here for the Beavers, and they got runners on first and second. Here in the bottom of the first.
Able to pull the opposite way. It's a little dribbler. Turns it over to the top to Ben Wilcoxon.
That one's fouled away, and it's 1 strike on Wilcoxon. That one's high, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Wilcoxon. He takes a strike, and it's 1-2.
Getting him there with that slider piece as Wilcoxon steps off.
Ground ball right back to Blaine. He'll throw over to first. Or actually, he caught that. Yeah, it looked like a ground ball at first, but no, Blaine caught that, and they got the runner at first base who was taken off the second. So the inning is over. So they get out of the inning, the Woolly Mammoths. So we've played 2 here at Jimmy John's Field. It's the Woolly Mammoths with a 4-0 lead over the Beavers as we head to the top of the 3rd on the USPBL network.
The Dave & Buster's method is designed to help you unlearn adulthood and reset our life around zapping stuff and cheering for stuff with your friends. Begin the method today with 5 free games. You know you want to.
Fifth Third Extra Time helps you do you better. So kick back and relax. You have extra time to avoid overdraft fees. Fifth Third Extra Time. This is banking a Fifth Third better.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Woolly Mammoths with a 4-0 lead over the Beavers, and Sam Bass comes out for the 3rd inning.
Yeah, the
with 59 pitches through 2.
Yeah, it's something that's been on high alert here after that 44-pitch first inning. You got a little bit of a quicker inning.
15 in the second, so a little bit better, obviously. Still up to 59 pitches through 2 innings.
He'll face in the middle of the order Florentino, Pastor, and Sharkus.
Leading off the west side, Woolly Mammoths, the designated hitter number 7, Francis Florentino.
Florentino struck out in the first.
First pitch is a ball to Florentino. Ground ball played by Ortega. Throw over to first, and they got him. Good play by Ortega. So Florentino's out here in the top of the 3rd. But good play by Ortega to be patient and let that ball come to him there.
Yeah, had a long throw over the diamond, able to pick it up out of the glove, off the glove to Joe Burke to get Florentino out.
So 1 out here. Pastor digs in for the Woolly Mammoths.
Came up huge, scoring the first 2 runs of the game with a single, and stole 2nd and 3rd.
That one misses outside, and it's 1-1. Bass in there for a strike call, then it's 2-1 as he now moves fast. That one misses for a ball, and it's 3-1 on Pastor.
That's a few inches off the plate with the slider.
Here's the pitch to Pastor. There's a fly ball, and that's going to be foul. And it's now a full count on Nick Pastor.
Right down Main Street, had a lot of barrel on it. Just pulled it foul down the right field line.
That one's fouled out of play down the left side, and it stays at 3-2 on Pastor. It's a fly ball to right field, and that's going to be caught by Ray Hilbrick. So 2 outs here in the top of the third, and that'll bring up Anthony Sharkus for the Woolly Mammoths.
Went way off speed at 74 and skied him way up in the air. For Hilbrick to make the catch, routine play.
That one misses low for a ball on Sharkus, and Bass a little bit more comfortable now, Alex. After that disastrous first inning, that's going to be caught right at Joe Burke, and the inning is over. Just another quick inning for Bass. We're in the middle of the third now, and the Woolly Mammoths with a 4-0 lead over the Beavers. And here comes JJ the Water Boy, sponsored by Michigan First Credit Union. Always make sure the umpires are hydrated and ready to go. Now he, of course, gets a nice treat, well-deserved, to fuel him for the rest of the game. JJ, the true star of the show. We're going to head to the bottom of the third inning. Woolly Mammoths with a 4-0 lead over the Beavers here on the USPBL network.
Andy Appleby. I'm the owner and CEO of the USPBL. We're a 4-team league. We play at Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan. Tryon has a wealth of resources that we can tap into when unique HR issues arise, even including visa and immigration issues related to our players. Tryon has helped us to get our baseball season up and running every year and has made a difficult task much easier.
That's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Welcome back inside Jimmy John's Field as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Beavers looking to get some runs here, down 4-0 to the Woolly Mammoths.
Yeah, they just need something to get going right now. Want to chip away at the lead. They got 2, 3, 4 hitters. Matt Piotrowski, Ray Hilbrick, and Joe Burke due up. Blaine.
Pretty sharp early on here, Alex, for Nate Blaine.
Yeah, 1 strikeout, no runs allowed. Couple of hits, few hits, rather, with 3 at the double play right to him to end the inning. He doubled up. He doubled up Pablo Ruiz to end the inning.
Matt Piotrowski leads things off for the Beavers here in the bottom of the third. As the Beavers have threatened but still haven't scored any runs here in the third inning. Left a couple runners on base. First pitch is a ball to Piotrowski. That one misses again for a ball, and it's 2-0 on Piotrowski. And that one's ripped up the middle for a base hit. So again, Beavers get the lead runner on. Piotrowski's on first with a single.
Pulled it right off, 101 miles an hour off the bat. A good piece.
They're definitely hitting Blaine here early on. Just can't show for any runs. As Hilbrick now steps in for the Beavers. That was another ball hit hard by Hilbrick, and he's on for a single. So 2 singles here in the third for the Beavers. And first runners on first and second now for Joe Burke.
Yeah, just out of the reach of Seltzer by a hair. Into left center. Went with a fastball at 89. In the low middle part of the strike zone. The Beavers threatening here with 2 on and nobody out.
That one's hit to center field. That's going to be tracked down, and a great catch by Pastor as he crashes into the wall, but both runners advance on the tag. But how about that catch by Pastor, just on his horse?
Yeah, I had to track that.
I thought he was going to take out that. I thought that wall was just going to bust open.
Yeah, it ran right into it. Went to that motion to get in there. That looked like that was going to go off the wall.
Looked like a gapper, but great speed by Pastor to make that catch. 1 out here in the bottom of the third, and then I'll leave it up to Blake Bean. Actually, only 1 runner advanced, Alex.
And Bean was Burke rather was on his way to second and had to get back as Pastor.
So I'm sorry to take that back. 1 runner advances on the tag, so runners on first and third here for Blake Bean. 1 out, 1 strike on Bean. That one misses inside, and it's 1-1. That one's a dribbler to shortstop. It's going to be played by Seltzer over to first, and they got him. But a run will score. So Bean does his job. Sacrifice there. Good play by Seltzer. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Run will score, and the Beavers are on the board. It's 4-1.
Yeah, that's the most important thing out of that. Is even though you got yourself an out, you do get a run across. You get a little bit of a sigh of relief to not to come away totally empty this inning.
So Christian Ortega steps in for the Beavers here with 2 outs. Bottom of the third with the Mammoths up 4-1.
Bean picking up RBI number 12 on the season. Ortega flew out to center to end the first his last time up.
(2-0) on Ortega. That one misses low, and it's 3-0 on Ortega. Right down the middle for a strike call, then it's 3-1.
Ortega with power with his 5 home runs on the season, hitting .216 coming into today.
Another strike called on Ortega, and it's a full count.
And went with that fastball at 91, able to just track it down. Outer middle part of the plate.
That one's in the dirt, and Ortega will get on with a walk. Runners on first and second now with 2 outs. And here comes Chase Rodriguez.
Yeah, bounce off the off speed in the dirt. Keeps it going.
That one misses outside for a ball. As Blaine now up to 51 pitches now, Alex.
And it's a little bit of a worrisome for Taylor Jellikowski.
That one's high and outside, and it's 2-0 on Rodriguez.
Yes, lost his command the last few pitches. Rodriguez started the second off with a single, but got picked off quickly after.
Strike call, then it's 2-1 on Rodriguez. That one's in the dirt, and the runner was in advance. That's almost thrown away.
And Beetle.
So Hilbrick now reaches third on a steal. It's a good play by the third baseman for the William Amos Walker, as now looks like Zach Beetle's a little shaken up.
Yeah, hit
the
off
trainer
of
comes
him.
out now.
Yeah, hit off of him, and as he advances.
Not quite sure what happened here.
Able to be up, though, the athletic trainer taking a look at him.
Not sure if he injured his shoulder on the throw, or see what happens here.
It hits off his mask.
Off his mask, yeah. So yeah, he was holding his neck area as that ball skipped up into his neck area, as he gets a moment here to gather himself. Give him as much time as he needs.
Yeah, just looking over at him, and they're just talking over, making sure everything's good. Yeah, just right off the mask. I mean, it bounced into the dirt, and then it ricocheted off of him.
He's kind of pointing where it hit him, as looked like it got him in the neck area. Take a look one more time. Yeah, right, went under his mask. So they're still making sure he's good to go.
They're still looking over at him.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Hopefully, Vito's okay. We'll be right back here on the USPBL Network.
Andy Appleby. I'm the owner and CEO of the USPBL. We're a 4-team league. We play at Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan. Tryon has a wealth of resources that we can tap into when unique HR issues arise, even including visa and immigration issues related to our players. Tryon has helped us to get our baseball season up and running every year and has made a difficult task much easier.
That's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Welcome back inside Jimmy John's Field, and Zach Beetle has left the game after that ball shot to the neck area, and he's been replaced by Hank Dotson.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's okay, though.
Yeah. Taylor Jellikowski making the wise decision to take him out of the ball game, making sure everything's all good. They'll be back in action on Sunday against the Hoppers, so we'll see how everything goes. But he was able to get up, though, which is the good thing. Is
Chase Rodriguez draws a walk here. Bases loaded now for Tyler Shin. Again, Blaine finds himself in trouble here in the third.
I already got the one run across on the Blake Bean RBI ground out, and that delay just got him out of his rhythm.
Here's the pitch to Tyler Shin. Right down the middle for a strike called.
It's a good off-speed movement. Shin was hit by pitch in his last at-bat.
That one misses outside for a ball, and it's 1-1 on Shin. There's a base hit for Shin. That's going to score one. They hold the runner at third. So Tyler Shin delivers a 2-out RBI single, and that makes it 4-2 Willie Mammoth here in the bottom of the third. And not done yet as Pablo Ruiz comes up for the Beavers.
And they came out fast at 96. Wise choice by Coach Dombrowski to hold Ortega at third.
And now Taylor Jellikowski comes out with a meeting with Nate Blaine as he finds himself in some trouble here in the third.
Yeah, they're going to talk over things in the infield and see how everything's going all right. Pitching coach Justin Karn in there to talk over with the guys. 2 runs have come across. No action in the bulb. No one over there yet. But they've cut the deficit in half. The Beavers chipping away.
Absolutely chipping away. And Pablo Ruiz now trying to continue the rally here in the third. Swing and a miss. That one's in the dirt, and it's 1-1 on Pablo Ruiz.
And this has been a lengthy inning. Pitch count already at 60 for Blaine. Need to get this out here.
It's a fly ball off the right side, and then Fleming's going to be under it. Will he make the catch? He does. A good catch by Fleming, and that'll end the inning. But Beavers score a couple runs here. Well, we've played 3 here at Jimmy John's Field in downtown Utica. Willie Mammoth with a 4-2 lead over the Beavers as we head to the top of the 4th on the USPBL Network.
Time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, perseverance.
And we do.
We're fighting cancer with proton therapy.
And music therapy.
We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's and outsmarting blood clots in seconds.
Instead of days.
Because this is her time. His time, your time. And it's time to show we can. Corewell Health.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start at mortgagematchup.com. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's easier and more affordable is to find a local home loan expert first. Go to mortgagematchup.com today.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Sam Bass back out there for the 4th.
He's had a couple of 1-2-3 innings, Denver, in the last 2. He's going to face Hank Dotson to lead it off, coming in replacement of Zach Beadle in the last half inning. Dotson had a really good night last night. An RBI double early in the ball game, then had his first homer in the league in the 7th. Has some of his family in attendance here tonight.
Excuse me, sorry, go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, they're making the trip all over from Utah to come out here. It also has some fans over near the Toronto area in Canada.
2-1 pitch now on Dotson. Bass sets and delivers. Ground ball to third base, fielded by Ortega. Thrower to first, and he got him. So quickly, one out here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, so it's some good work by Ortega over at the hot corners. Recovered a lot since that error to start the ball game.
Yep, that'll bring up Dre Williams-Nelson here.
There is some action in the Beavers' pen. Just trying to get warmed up here as the pitch counts over 75.
Not sure how many more he has left in the tank as he throws a ball to Dre Williams-Nelson.
And it looks like that's Andrew Verbrugge warming up for the Beavers.
There's a ground ball foul. It's 1-1. That one's swinging, that caught.
And got
catcher.
Yeah, got a piece of it right over to Tyler Shin.
Tyler Shin now gets caught. Take a look at the replay. Oh, actually, that ball ricocheted off his thigh area.
Yeah, it's near the pads.
Yeah. So now he takes a hit. Catcher's getting beat up tonight.
Yeah, not been
it's
there.
A tough job, Alex.
It is all night long. Being down there on your knees to make that play.
Seems like he's okay, and Bass ready to pitch. 1-2 to Nelson. Swing and a miss as Shin hangs on to that one, and it's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
That slider piece, the outside part of the plate, got a little piece of it into the glove of Shin for the strikeout.
So after that first inning in which Bass gave up 4 runs, he has really settled down here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, 5 punch outs so far here tonight.
First pitch there is a ball.
And it's recovered nicely. And so far, it's been good. It's been working out for him. Has retired the last 9.
That one's high, and it's 2-0. That one's it's going to be caught, a fly ball to left. Nice catch there by, good hustle by Ruiz, and they're out of the inning here in the top of the 4th. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Woolly Mammoths lead the Beavers 4-2 here on the USPBL network.
I'm Anthony Tomey, CEO of Tomey Group, and we're one of the largest Jimmy John franchisees in the country. With 50 Jimmy Johns and over 700 employees, it's a challenge to manage operations. What could possibly go wrong with owning 50 Jimmy Johns? People don't show up, equipment fail, run out of bread, no tomatoes, we need onions. Many different things can happen. Tryon allows us to really focus on the food and the operations of the restaurant.
And that's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Everyone has something that motivates them to do better. And for me, that's my daughter Shelby. I named Shelby Construction Services after her as a reminder to always run the company in a way that would make her proud. Our goal isn't just to get the job done, but to get it done right. And that means making sure every customer has a 5-star experience. I think how a company treats you is just as important as the finished product. My daughter wouldn't have it any other way.
Call 833-6-SHELBY. That's 833-6-SHELBY.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-2, Woolly Mammoths lead the Beavers. And Nate Blaine back out for the Woolly Mammoths here in the bottom of the fourth. He'll face Ben Wilcoxon.
Yeah, looking to face the minimum this inning. He saw 8 batters in that last frame, allowing those 2 runs on the RBI ground out by Bean, and then Tyler Shin with an RBI single.
That's a fly ball to right field, but that's going to be caught by Cedeno. And there's 1 out in the 4th inning.
Yep, 1 pitch, 1 out. Right down the middle at 86 miles an hour. Wilcoxon had a good piece on it, but Cedeno in the right place at the right time.
Inside for a ball on Matt Piotrowski. It's a ground ball foul, and it's 1-1 on Piotrowski.
Piotrowski tonight 2 for 2. A couple of singles. Also scored a run on the Blake Bean ground out. So first time the leadoff man has not gotten the board for the Beavers here tonight.
That was in dirt. 3-1 on Piotrowski. Swing and a miss and a full count now on Matt Piotrowski.
Top inside corner with the fastball at 88. In a difficult spot, Piotrowski went for it.
That one's fouled away. Stays at 3-2. There's a little, that's going to be get through for a base hit. So kind of a tricky play there to even field. I kind of really handcuffed both the shortstop and the third baseman, but nonetheless, a hit for Piotrowski for the Beavers. Just a hard play in general to make by the third baseman, Walker, and Piotrowski's on with a little single.
Yeah, it just floated up very softly, and
that's going to get through for a base hit just by Williams Nelson. Piotrowski heads to third. He's in there. So Hilbrick with a single now. Runners on the corners for the Beavers again as the Beavers start to rally again here in the 4th, and that'll bring up Joe Burke.
Yeah, took a hop on the infield grass over Dre Williams Nelson. Was trying to stop it to get at least an out, but was unable to. And the Beavers have a chance to tie the game with only 1 out, bringing up Joe Burke 0 for 2 here tonight.
That one misses for a ball. Swing and a miss by Burke, and it's 1-1. That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-1 on Burke.
Yeah, lost it low and inside. Pitch count getting closer and closer to 75 for Blaine. And Burke's
that one's fouled away, and it's 2-2 on Burke.
Yeah, he's going to try to battle, get at least a 1 run across with Piotrowski at third.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Joe Burke. Another one fouled into the netting, stays at 2-2. See if Burke can deliver here. 2-2 pitch. 1 out in the 4th. Swing and a miss, and Burke goes down swinging again. 2 outs, a big out for Nate Blaine.
When fastball upstairs, Burke went for a whiff and got nothing to show for it. And that's true, and a very important strikeout. That's the 2nd of the night. Blake Bean trying to come through to try to not strand these runners.
Blake Bean takes a ball outside. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Willie Mammoth with a 4-2 lead over the Beavers. The Beavers looking to tie this ball game. That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-0. Beavers kind of steadied the ship, though, after that rough first inning and when the Willie Mammoth scored 4 runs.
Yeah, Bass has been able to settle in. The offense has come through a little bit with 2 runs in the last inning. Just trying to work their way through into this, getting down into a 4-0 hole early. That was just a rough half inning to start. Couple of errors defensively, and put yourself in a really difficult spot, but they were able to climb slowly out of it.
That one right down the middle for a strike call. That's 3-1 on Bean.
Pitch count at 80 for Nate Blaine through 3 2/3.
Another strike call as Bean thought that was a walk. He was ready to toss his bat and go to first base.
And it looked like a
umpire said not so fast, and it's a full count on Bean.
Yeah, it was a good setup by Dotson to get that call. On our angle, it was just a few inches off the plate with that fastball.
Strike call. The Bean goes down, standing there, gets a strike, and we've played 4 here at Jimmy John's Field. Willie Mammoth lead the Beavers 4-2 as we head to the top of the 5th on the USPBL network.
First State Bank is a locally owned and operated business. We're part of your community. At fsbcares.com, you'll find ways that we're making a difference by featuring locally owned and operated businesses, providing access to helpful financial resources, and engaging with community. FSBcares.com is part of our commitment to the neighborhood because strong neighbors mean stronger communities. Where good neighbors do great things. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
The Dave & Buster's method is designed to help you unlearn adulthood and discover the funner you hidden within you. The you that doesn't think about adult things and stuff. Ashley, I don't want to hear anything about your car registration when we're at Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
The you want to be. Let the Dave & Buster's method illuminate you. Begin the method today with 5 free games. You know you want to.
You know, they say, losing hope, that's the real disaster. Last year, Tropical Storm Fred sent a devastating wall of water and debris down this river. And when the waters receded, Belfour was here. Not just to rebuild, but to help restore the life of this community. Belfour, restoring more than property.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field, the top of the 5th inning. There you see Bass back out there for the 5th inning as this pitch count's really getting up there. See how much more he's got left, but he's been better.
He's been really solid after that rough first inning. He had 44 in that first frame. He's cut that down a little bit, sitting at 81 through 4. We'll face the top of the order. For the Mammoths have been held quiet after that 4-run explosion in the first, where all 9 men came up to the plate. And then Bass has done a good job settling in after that first time through the lineup. And that's what you got to do here. You can't let one inning ruin your outing. It's the way you respond, and Bass has done a good job of that hauling in here tonight.
That one's fouled away by Walker. 1-2 now on Walker. As Bass now up to 84 pitches. But really, 44 in the first. He's only thrown 40 since the first inning.
Yeah, if you were to cut that down just a little bit, even cut that in half, it would still be just over 60 right now.
That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-2 on Walker.
And the difference maker was those two plays. First batter of the ball game, Jake Walker reaches on an error.
There's a fly ball into right field. Is that going to drop? No, it's going to be caught. A great catch by Chase Rodriguez as he tracks that down. Looked at first like it was going to drop in there for a gapper, but Rodriguez makes the catch, and we got one out here in the top of the fifth.
It hung up a lot in right center, but good job by Rodriguez to call off Ray Hilbrick to make that play. And that's 11 retired in order by Bass.
That one misses for a ball. There's another fly ball as Rodriguez again gonna... No, he doesn't make the catch. It goes over his head this time as he reached for it. Thought he had it at first, but it gets over his head into the warning track, and Fleming is in there for a double. So close again, just misses it by inches. Great attempt by Rodriguez, but he couldn't get there. And Fleming's in, standing up for a double.
I love his athleticism, going up for it to make the effort on that play. Just went over his head into the wall in right center. Fleming able to get something on Bass here tonight after he struck out twice. He has to feel pretty good about that.
That one's in there for a strike called on Colby Seltzer.
Yeah, that ended 11 straight retired by Sam Bass.
That one's again fouled away, and it's 0-2 on Seltzer.
We're trying to sit down Seltzer here like he did in his last at-bat.
That one misses in the dirt for a ball, and it's 1-2 on Seltzer.
Yeah, just disengaging there, keeping Fleming in check at second as he stepped off the mound.
Bass resets the 1-2 pitch to Seltzer. That one's in the dirt. Fleming thought about going to third, but good decision there as Shin was all over it. It would have been a dead duck on third.
Yeah, it didn't go too far for Fleming to advance. Tyler Shin did his job to keep it relatively close to him. But Seltzer has made it from 0-2 to 2-2.
That one's a little pop-up, and that's going to be caught by the second baseman, Piotrowski. So 2 outs here in the fifth.
Yeah, just a little flare into center. Piotrowski able to move over to his right to make the catch.
That'll leave things up to Francis Florentino as Fleming still on second base here in the top of the fifth.
Florentino tonight 0 for 2. Grounded out to Ortega his last time up.
Swing and a miss by Florentino. That one's in the dirt, and it's 1-1 on Francis Florentino.
You'd love to see Florentino come through here.
Swing and a miss. The last 1 and 2 now on Francis Florentino.
Got him with that slider piece way below the knees.
Swing and a miss, and Bass gets Florentino swinging. Strike 3 called. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the Westside Woolly Mammoths with a 4-2 lead over the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers as we head to the bottom of the 5th here on the USPBL Network.
Andy Appleby. I'm the owner and CEO of the USPBL. We're a 4-team league. We play at Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan. Tryon has a wealth of resources that we can tap into when unique HR issues arise, even including visa and immigration issues related to our players. Tryon has helped us to get our baseball season up and running every year and has made a difficult task much easier.
That's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Fifth Third Bank. Yeah, it's a quirky name. But here's the thing. 5/3 equals 166.7%. So we put 166.7% into everything we do. Like automatically getting you your paycheck up to 2 days early. Giving you well-deserved extra time to avoid overdraft fees. And helping you borrow from your future self. This is banking a Fifth Third better.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field here in downtown Utica. It is Friday Night Fireworks presented by Magna. Good ball game here for you, presented by 80 Acres Farm. Woolly Mammoths hanging on to a 4-2 lead as Blaine goes back out for the 5th inning for the Woolly Mammoths. And Alex, after that first inning, a rough first inning for the Beavers, they've kind of righted the ship here as they've got 2 runs back and they're right back in this ball game.
Yeah, they've had some other chances too. They had the bases loaded in the first inning, came away empty-handed, stranded 2 more runners in the last inning. We'll see how far Blaine goes. But to look to get more of an answer from him, it'll be Ortega, Rodriguez, and Shin this inning.
And here you see Blaine as Christian Ortega will lead things off here for the Beavers here in the bottom of the 5th.
Ortega tonight 0 for 1. He walked his last time up.
Strike called on Ortega.
To see more off-speed movement from Blaine. More of his changeup that time.
That one misses for a ball, and it's 1-1 on Ortega. That one hit sharply down the third baseline, and that's going to get by the third baseman, Walker. Ortega's going for 2, and he's in there standing up for a double. So a hard hit ball by Ortega. Again, Beavers really hitting the ball hard here tonight.
Yeah, this took a rocket off of Ortega at 102 miles an hour at exit velocity. Took one hop off the dirt by Walker. Looked like he was going to pick it up to make the routine ground ball play, but instead it finds its way through behind him into that corner, and Ortega with a stand-up double to start off the 5th.
So Ortega at second base, and that'll bring up Chase Rodriguez. He takes the ball low. There's a broken bat. Ground ball to second base, fielded by Nelson. Throw it to first, and they got him. as you see the splinters just explode onto the field of the bat. Ortega heads to third. We got one out, and Tyler Shin comes up for the Beavers.
You look out right there. That one coming at you, but didn't bother Williams Nelson to make the throw to Fleming to complete the putout. He does his job. Ortega advances to third. Now all you need to do is get a sac fly if you're Tyler Shin to make it a one-run game.
There's a swing and a miss by Shin. One strike.
Shin had that RBI single to left his last time up.
That one's fouled back into the netting, and it's 0-2 on Tyler Shin.
Going to be his 90th pitch for Blaine coming up. We have some action in the Mammoth's pen as that pitch count is getting higher and higher for Blaine. He might go one more inning depending on how he does here.
There's a ground ball again to Nelson. Nice field, nice play by Nelson, a backhander. Throw over to first, they got him. But Ortega scores, and Shin does his job as the Beavers get closer. As you said, they're chipping away. It's a 4-3 ball game here in the fifth.
He did his job. He didn't have to be heroic. Even though he got himself out there, he does cut the deficit to 1. Anything you can do. You like what you see here from the Beavers. Not going away quietly.
That one's fouled away by Pablo Ruiz. One strike with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. That one's fouled off the end of the bat, and it's 0-2 now on Ruiz.
Want to keep it going if you're Ruiz. But Blaine trying to get out of the inning.
That one's fouled away over behind, above us, probably close to Auburn Road there.
Fans working on the scorebook.
Oh yeah, love that.
Penciling down the old school way.
Yes sir, 0-2 now to Ruiz. Little chin music there, high, and that's 1-2 now on Ruiz.
Was trying to get him with the fastball, but went too far inside.
That one's in the dirt, and it's 2-2 on Ruiz. As Nate Blaine now, Alex, approaching 100 pitches on the night.
Yeah, this could be his last inning, depending on the circumstance and where he's at. And some action in the Mammoth's pen.
That one again in the dirt, and it's a full count on Ruiz.
Yeah, he had him ahead in the count 0-2 and just lost touch on the last few pitches.
There's a ground ball again to Dre Williams Nelson, as Nelson makes all 3 outs here in the 5th inning. Did it alone. How about that? We've played 5 here at Jimmy John's Field. The Woolly Mammoths hanging on to a 4-3 lead over the Beavers as we head to the top of the 6th here on the USPBL Network.
We're for people. The pioneers, the underdogs, the players, and the slow and steadies. We're for people, for who they are and who they could become. Yes, we're a bank, and some say our business is all about money, but that's an old idea. Because look past the money, and you'll see real human lives. We see it, because we're for people. Huntington, welcome.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start start at mortgagematchup.com. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's easier and more affordable is to find a local home loan expert first. Go to mortgagematchup.com today.
What are the odds that we're neighbors, where you've known each other our whole lives, and both tear the exact same things in this exact same knee?
So an ACL tear is an injury to the main stabilizing structure of the knee.
You want a good team around you, because then you know that what you're doing is going to help you in the long run.
My message to everyone who's helped me, thank you so much, because you guys helped me progress so much.
Also hearing it from a friend that's went through the exact same thing, I think sort of helps that know that there's a bright side at the end.
New pitcher on the mound for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, Alex, and it's Andrew Verbrugge.
Yeah, Verbrugge, he has had some good numbers over his time in the USPBL, making his 23rd appearance on the season. He's pitched in 33 innings this year, 42 strikeouts, 30 walks, and a 2.58 opposing batting average. Been a strong guy out of the pen for Coach John Dombrowski, the man out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Played his college balls days over at Hillsdale. And we're in Division II, strong program over there in the GMAC, standing at 6'5", 205. What he'll bring to the table here, Enver, tonight, he throws his curveball more than half the time, and also his four-seamer. So he does have a two-pitch mix, but he'll rarely throw in a changeup and a slider. So he has 4 pitches in total, but he uses mostly 2 of them. But keep an eye on that for that, as he'll face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Westside.
First pitch is a ball outside to Nick Pastor.
Also want to give a mention to Sam Bass. Oh, the 4 runs allowed, 4 hits in the ball game, but after that first inning, which was rough, settled in nicely, retired 11 straight from Jose Cedeno in the first, and it ended with that Drew Fleming double in the last inning. But he did his job. Surrendered a couple walks.
Swing and a miss by Pastor, and it's 2-1.
And he struck out 6 in his outing too. So it started out rough, but he was able to settle in and recover pretty nicely.
That one misses for a ball, and it's 3-1 on Nick Pastor. Let's look at some of the fans taking in the fun here tonight, getting ready for fireworks after the game. That one's in there for a strike call, and it's a full count on Pastor.
Got him there with the fastball. Outside part of the play, Pastor was about to drop the bat.
Swing and a miss. A great pitch by Verbrugge there. And Pastor goes down swinging, 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
Got him on the called strike at 89 with the fastball, then dipped down with the breaking ball with some nasty movement at 75 to just absolutely shock Nick Pastor. Good work by Verbrugge to get back in the count and retire Pastor.
That'll bring up Anthony Sharkis as he grounds one foul down the third baseline. 1 strike on Sharkis.
Sharkis lined out to Joe Burke to end the third. He walked his first time up and scored.
That's a good pitch. Strike call there. 0-2 on Sharkis.
Again with the breaking ball.
There's the 0-2 pitch to Sharkis. Swing and a miss. And Verbrugge's got his stuff working here tonight so far, Alex.
Right down the middle with the curveball, and that's been his specialty pitch all season long. Great work coming out of the pen. Now he'll face Hank Dotson to try to strike out the side.
2 outs.
I was wondering if you want to get like the USPBL playoff tickets bumper up for when we come back.
Here in the 6th, and Hank Dotson at the play. He takes a ball first pitch. That one's high, and it's 2-0 on Dotson. Swing and a miss. On Dotson, it's 2-1 now. As Verbrugge continues to move quickly here.
Sounds good. Thanks, David.
That's another strike called by Verbrugge, and it's 2-2 on Hank Dotson.
That breaky ball, as we're working for Verbrugge so far. Haven't had an answer for the Mammoths.
Swing and a miss. Nasty pitch by Verbrugge. And that's all for the Woolly Mammoths here in the 6th inning. As he strikes out the side, we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Woolly Mammoths hanging on to a 4-3 lead over the Beavers here on the USPBL Network.
Time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, perseverance.
And we do.
We're fighting cancer with proton therapy.
And music therapy.
We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's and outsmarting blood clots in seconds.
Instead of days.
Because this is her time. His time, your time. And it's time to show we can. Corewell Health.
We're back here at Jimmy John's Field. We head to the bottom of the 6th. A new pitcher for the West Side Woolly Mammoths. It is Miguel Alba, Alex.
Yeah, Alba, one of the newcomers here into the USPBL. Looking to see what he can bring to the table as he is holding on to a 1-run lead, coming in relief for Nate Blaine, who did his job for the most part. As we take a look at what he brings here to the USPBL. He stands in at 6'205", coming from Weston, Florida. He spent his college ball days over at Lee University and also in Cleveland, Tennessee, and also spent some time over at Florida International University in Division I. Coming over from the Frontier League. He's had some summer independent ball experience around in Fort Lauderdale and West Boca in 2019 to 2020 and 2021 respectively. He played his 2022 season at Lee and then 2021 season at Florida International. So has a lot of experience to the table and looking to help through to the Mammoths to secure first place in these next few days. He'll face the top of the order.
He'll face Ben Wilcoxon here in the bottom of the 6th as the Beavers just kind of hanging around here. They got down early 4-0, and they've climbed back to pull within 1 run here in the 6th inning.
We'll see what they can do here. I'll talk about Blaine in just a moment for his final stat line.
First pitch misses outside and back into the backstop. 1 ball on Wilcoxon.
So he went 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts, and had 3 walks and a couple of hit by pitches.
That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-0 on Wilcoxon.
A quality performance. His pitch count was a little high. Fans looking to buy some stuff at the gift shop online and getting all the USPBL gear, getting ready for the end of the season.
Strike called there on Wilcoxon. It's 2-1.
A lot of fans repping their favorite team.
That one's foul down the third baseline. It's 2-2 on Wilcoxon.
Yeah, this is his first appearance in the league for Elba. Standing as a righty at 6'205".
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Wilcoxon. Misses, and it's a full count now. That one misses high, and Wilcoxon is on with the leadoff walk here in the 6th.
Didn't miss by much, Enver. A few inches above the top of the strike zone, and he gets rewarded with a walk.
Matt Piotrowski now at the plate for the Beavers.
Has not been retired at all here tonight.
Swing and a miss there. One strike to Piotrowski. It's a foul ball out of play, and it's 0-2 on Piotrowski.
He's been going off speed. A lot of his pitches in the high 70s, low 80s.
That one just misses on the corner, and it's 1-2 on Piotrowski.
When fastball at 91, it looked like a pretty good pitch. Inside corner.
That one's in the dirt, and it's 2-2 now.
The Mammoths haven't had an answer for Piotrowski tonight. Reaching base in all 3 of his at-bats.
Throw over to first. Back in time is Wilcoxon.
Yeah, keeping him steady over there.
But checks the runner. Pitch. Foul ball. It's 2-2 still.
15 of 18 in steals for Wilcoxon this season.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Piotrowski. Another foul ball into the Beavers dugout. Almost into the Beavers dugout. It rolls down the third base side. Still 2-2 on Piotrowski. Ground ball, it's going to get through for a base hit, so Piotrowski's on. Wilcoxon moves over to second base. Again, the Beavers starting to rally here in the 6th. They just keep coming at the Woolly Mammoths here. Runners on first and second, and Ray Hilberg will step to the plate for the Beavers.
He goes the other way on the fastball, through that hole. And just the Beavers finding ways. That's their 10th hit of the ball game. But still trailing.
First pitch, ball outside.
2 on, nobody out.
That one's in the dirt, and it's 2-0 on Hilbrick. inside and high, and a 3-0 on Ray Hilbrick.
They're trying to go after him and just missing on all 3 of his pitches so far. Looking to be able to attack more with his off speed.
Strike call, then it's 3-1 on Ray Hilbrick. There's another base hit. Gets through. Wilcoxon's coming around third. He's going to score, and this game is tied. How about that, Ray Hilbrick? It's the Beavers, no quitting them. They're down 4-0. They've tied this ball game. Piotrowski's at second. Hilbrick at first. And Hilbrick delivers. Tie game, 4-4 here in the 6th.
Right through that hole again on the right side of the infield. Sedano was trying to throw it home, but Fleming cut it off. Unable to get the play at the plate to make an effort. And it's great work by the Beavers to climb their way back into the ball game.
And that'll leave it up to Joe Burke.
Get some more action in the Mammoth's pen now.
A couple strikeouts for him. Boy, he would love to get a hit here. To untie this game, he takes a ball. As Alba finds himself some trouble here in the 6th. That one's in the dirt. Good stop there by Hank Dotson. It's 2-0.
You have to come through there to keep the runners where they're at. Can't allow them to go to second and third.
Ground ball foul. 2-1 now on Joe Burke. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Of course, the Beavers, Alex, 6.5 games out of first. They got some work to do to get back into it with so much, such short time left in the season. So, say the Beavers are playing with house money here.
Yeah, they've been working their way through to get back. With the amount of games they have left, it will be difficult. But they're just working these last few games to just finish strong and bring some momentum into the playoffs.
Now, you remember what happened last year? The Unicorns won 3 straight games to win the title.
Yeah, and being the 4th seed, anything can happen. Doesn't matter where you're placed at the end of the year.
That one's fouled away again. It's still 2-2 on Joe Burke as he's hanging in there here in the 6th. I think he broke his bat. So they'll bring out another bat for Joe Burke. But yeah, I mean, the Beavers, could they be that team that rolls off this 3 in a row to win a title? I mean, they've been very dangerous lately. They've had some great hitting as of late, playing some good baseball at the right time. They've climbed back into this ball game against the #1 team in the division.
It's been good for them coming through and not giving up after that rough first inning. Thought maybe the Mammoths were going to pull away.
That one's high, and it's full count now to Joe Burke. That one misses for a ball, and Joe Burke is on with a walk as the bases are loaded here in the 6th. No one out, and Blake Bean coming up is a great opportunity to give the Beavers a lead, and here comes Taylor Jellikowski.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to make a pitching change. Not what Alba wanted to do. He went walk, single, single with an RBI, and then a walk.
So Alba's night is over. We're going to have a pitching change here in the 6th. And we're going to be right back with a new pitcher here on the USPBL network. Don't go anywhere, folks.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start at mortgagematchup.com. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's easier and more affordable is to find a local home loan expert first. Go to mortgagematchup.com today.
What are the odds that we're neighbors, where you've known each other our whole lives, and both tear the exact same things in this exact same knee?
So an ACL tear is an injury to the main stabilizing structure of the knee.
You want a good team around you, because then you know that what you're doing is going to help you in the long run.
My message to everyone who's helped me, thank you so much, because you guys helped me progress so much.
Also hearing it from a friend that's went through the exact same thing, I think sort of helps that know that there's a bright side at the end.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field. New pitcher on the mound for the Woolly Mammoths. It is Bo Atkins. Alex, what can you say about him?
Well, Atkins has been really phenomenal all season long. It's been a key reliable piece. His 3-1 record, making his 15th appearance on the season, 22 innings pitched, 31 strikeouts, 9 walks, and a 3.27 ERA with a 2.29 opposing batting average for the man out of Riverton, Illinois. Difficult task here with the bases loaded and a tie game.
Yeah, extremely tough situation to come into with no outs for Bo Atkins here in the 6th, 4-4 game. And Blake Bean at the plate for the Beavers. That one's a strike call to Bean.
Atkins will throw his 4-seamer, sweeper, curveball, and a splitter at you.
He did not swing there, so it's 1-1. That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-1 on Bean.
Bean tonight 0 for 2. An RBI ground out.
Ground ball to Williams Nelson. He touches second. Throw over to first. They got him. A double play, but a run will score. Piotrowski crosses the plate, and the Beavers take a 5-4 lead. But a good turn double play by Nelson. He does it himself, touches the bag at second, throws over to first. So 2 outs here, but the Beavers with the lead, Alex.
And it's the best case scenario for the Mammoths. You do surrender the lead, but you get 2 outs for it with Hilbrick over at third now. Limiting the damage.
First pitch there by Atkins is a ball to Christian Ortega. Foul there, and it's 1-1. So after being down 4-0, the Beavers fight back and now take a 5-4 lead.
It's been showing what they've been doing in the second half of the season.
Tell you what, that's the team I would not want to play here. Very dangerous team now as we head to September. Swing and a miss by Ortega, and it's 1-2. Given the #1 seed in the division, all they can handle here.
Anything they can do here.
That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Atkins with a big strike on Ortega, and that'll end the 6th inning. But the Beavers score 2 runs. They take the lead 5-4 here at the end of 6 as we head to the top of the 7th here on the USPBL network.
Time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, perseverance.
And we do.
We're fighting cancer with proton therapy.
And music therapy.
We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's and outsmarting blood clots in seconds.
Instead of days.
Because this is her time. His time, your time. And it's time to show we can. Corewell Health.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field as we head to the top of the 7th, and playoff tickets on sale now. Don't forget to get your playoff tickets as the playoffs begin September 5th with a quarterfinal matchup between the 3 and 4 seed, and then of course on Friday the winner of the 3-4 game plays the 2 seed, and then the winner of that game on Friday plays for the title on Saturday, September 7th. So a very exciting time of year, Dave, or Alex, here in the USPBL as a champion will be crowned in 2024.
It will be a lot of fun. We'll see how the standings shape out, but all those games will be exciting. So get your tickets to come down here to the game. All games will start at 6:30. Yeah, I just want to make a note of that. So 6:30 first pitch for all 3 playoff games. Well, get your tickets now at uspbl.com/tickets. You don't want to miss it, especially that championship game. We'll see who will be in it. The #1 seed automatically gets to the championship. The Mammoths were in there last year, but lost to the Unicorns.
Yep, Unicorns, defending champion, 5-time champion here in the USPBL.
And then the Beavers with the other 3 in the 8 seasons of the USPBL.
So the Woolly Mammoths and the Diamond Hoppers looking for their first title.
Yeah, no, they've been in the finals before.
They've been close, for sure. It's 1-2 count on Dre Williams-Nelson here in the 7th. And the Woolly Mammoths find themselves down in this game 5-4.
Yeah, first time they've trailed all night.
Wow, for Buggy, really. Just kind of overthrew that one. Got away from him, but he's been good so far since he came in last inning.
Yeah, struck out the side in his first inning of relief. Now just trying to hold on to this lead and try to go as far as he can. There's some action in the bullpen for the Beavers. That's Sidney Ferry warming up down there.
Ground ball to shortstop. That's going to be fielded by Wilcoxon over to first, and they got him. So a good play by Wilcoxon, and there's one out here in the 7th.
And having to charge on that ball, Will Coxon had to hustle because of the speed of Williams Nelson. Give him effort for being aggressive down the line, making it a really close play. They just got him by half a step.
One out here, and that'll bring up Jose Cedeno. That one's high for a ball. That one misses outside for a ball, and it's 2-0. Strike called on Cedeno, and it's 2-1. Another one got away from Verbrugge there, and it's 3-1 on Cedeno. So a couple of uncharacteristic pitches there as Verbrugge.
Yeah, he's lost.
Struck out the side in the 6th.
Yeah, not what he wanted to throw behind the backstop.
That one misses for a ball, and Cedeno on first with a walk here in the top of the 7th. And that'll bring up Jake Walker.
Next up for the Mammoths, the third baseman.
Walker over 3 tonight. First base runner allowed by Verbrugge. Well, just looking to get some ways to get some base runners on to tie the ball game.
There's a first pitch called strike on Walker. That one just misses so close for a ball, and it's 1-1.
And not by much on that fastball, 88.
Throw to first, back in time. It's Cedeno.
Yeah, keeping an eye on him. Had a little bit of a lead, just got back.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2 now on Walker.
He's calling for time.
Verbrugge looks to get his 4th strikeout.
And went with the fastball again.
It's the 1-2 pitch to Walker. Cedeno's going, throw down a second, and he is safe. So Cedeno gets a steal. He's on second base now. Take a look at the replay. It's a 2-2 count on Walker.
Yeah, the throw was off. The pitch was off target. The throw by Shin able to get it to Piotrowski of Cedeno rather, able to get his hand on the bag and avoid the tag.
There's a pop-up. Is that gonna get out of play? Oh, actually, no, it did not, but Burke couldn't get there in time. So it's still 2-2 here.
Yeah, the foul ground, a lot more room, and just able to get to it to Burke, but it just bounced right in front of him.
Two pitch to Walker. Ground ball, foul. So Walker will dig back in here. Here's the 2-2 pitch now again to Jake Walker. That one misses for a ball, and it's a full count.
Just missed a few inches below the plate.
Ground ball, base hit. Cedeno's going to get held up at third, but Walker's with the single. Runners on first and third for the Woolly Mammoths with one out here in the seventh.
I like what Walker did. Kept on battling, got himself rewarded with a single.
It's probably a good decision to hold up. Look how shallow that ball was. So a good decision to kind of keep him at third base. And here comes a meeting on the mound for the Beavers.
Yeah, head coach Sean Dombrowski has there's still action in the bullpen as Sidney Ferry. I think he's about to come into the ball game as Verbarki's going to give up the baseball. And we will have a pitching change.
So we will have a pitching change. And we're going to take a quick break. On the other side, a pitching change as the Woolly Mammoths try to tie this ball game up here in the top of the seventh. We'll be right back here on the USPBL Network.
What are the odds that we're neighbors, where you've known each other our whole lives, and both tear the exact same things in this exact same knee?
So an ACL tear is an injury to the main stabilizing structure of the knee.
You want a good team around you, because then you know that what you're doing is going to help you in the long run.
My message to everyone who's helped me, thank you so much, because you guys helped me progress so much.
Also hearing it from a friend that's went through the exact same thing, I think sort of helps that know that there's a bright side at the end.
Time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, perseverance.
And we do.
We're fighting cancer with proton therapy.
And music therapy.
We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's and outsmarting blood clots in seconds.
Instead of days.
Because this is her time. His time, your time. And it's time to show we can. Corewell Health.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field. New pitcher on the mound for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, and it's Sidney Ferry, Alex.
Yeah, Ferry's going to come in to stop this threat by the Mammoths. We're looking at his numbers here so far in the season. He's making his 12th appearance, 24 strikeouts, 19 strikeouts, 24 innings pitched, rather, 19 strikeouts, 2 walks. And looking to just trying to keep this game where it's at. Ferry coming out of Paw Paw, Michigan at 5'10", 195. Spent his college ball days over at the University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point, where he played 4 years there. Ferry is going to look to try to shut them down with his 4-pitch mix, his 4-seamer, his slider, curveball, and changeup. He'll face Drew Fleming here after Verbrugge struck out the side in the 6th. Got Dre Williams Nelson to ground out, then walked Cedeno, and then Jake Walker took a single to left.
And that gets by the catcher, and Cedeno's going to score as that ball just went off the mitt of Shin. And just like that, we got a tie ball game, Alex, on a wild pitch and a missed play by the catcher.
Yeah, I would like to take a look at it again.
Yeah, that was kind of a... So a 5-5 ball game here as Walker heads to second, and it's a 1-0 count to Drew Fleming.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were discussing if the ball got tipped, but it didn't, obviously.
And it didn't look like it. I was just trying to see if it was more of a wild pitch or a passed ball. Yeah, it went off his glove. It's borderline. It just popped out of his glove.
So strike called on Fleming, and it's 1-1. That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-1. Two-one pitch, base hit off the glove of Ortega. Walker's gonna hold at third base. And Fleming gets a single just off the glove of Ortega. Runners at the corners, one out still, and Colby Seltzer comes to the plate for the Woolly Mammoths.
Finding that hole, Ortega unable to make the play, and it moves Walker over to third. And Seltzer's trying to give the lead back.
That one misses for a ball. That one's fouled away, and it's 1-1 on Seltzer. So here comes the pitch. A ferry to Seltzer. Strike called, and it's 1-2.
Needed that one with the off speed at 77.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Seltzer. That just misses for a ball, and it's 2-2. That one misses outside for a ball, and it's a full count to Colby Seltzer.
Yeah,
the Beavers now getting into some trouble here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, only one out, too.
Really the first troubled inning since the first.
Yeah, that was an inning to forget for them, and after getting all the way back to take the lead, they have given it right back to the Mammoths.
Misses low and outside, and that's a walk for Seltzer. And the bases are loaded with Woolly Mammoths with one out here in the 7th. And that brings up Francis Florentino.
And Florentino 0 for 3 tonight. Looking to get his way through to get out of this and come through huge to give the Mammoths more cushion.
Ground ball, base hit by Florentino. One run will score. They're going to hold Fleming at third. And here we go, seesaw battle. The Woolly Mammoths retake the lead at 6-5.
Exactly what Florentino had to do. Didn't have to do anything flashy. Just hit one on the ground, do that third base hole. And it's been working for them. The last 3 hits have gone that way.
Pastor now at the plate for the Woolly Mammoths. First pitch is a strike called. There's a fly ball. That's going to be high, not deep enough. It's going to be caught by Hilbrick. The run will score as Drew Fleming scores from third on the tag. Runner moves up from second to third. And Woolly Mammoths now increase their lead to 7-5.
Adding some more insurance with the sac fly to right off the bat of Nick Pastor. Fleming scores and you get yourself back up by 2. And now Anthony Sharkis coming up.
First pitch strike called to Sharkis.
0 for 2 on the night for him, and this is the 8th man to bat in this inning for Westside.
Ground ball off the glove of Ferry, and the run's going to score, and Sharkus is in there at first base. So another unfortunate play just went off the glove of Ferry.
Yeah, he was looking over.
And no one could really get to it after that. So Sharkus gets the first. And another run will score, and Woolly Mammoth now with an 8-5 lead. And I think they'll give him a hit on that one, or?
Yeah, they gave him a hit on the board. He was looking over at Florentino at first, and then he just lost the play on the ball.
Dotson, ground ball to third, or fielded by Ortega. Quick throw over to first. It's a wild throw. 2 runs are going to score. Florentino. And wow. Sharkus right behind him. Oh, unfortunate there. And this game is really starting to spiral out of control again for the Beavers. Just a little dribbler. Tough play, though, as he had to charge it, make a quick throw. It was a tough play. Gets by the Burke. And 2 runs come around to score on the wild pitch. Excuse me, now it is 10-5, Westside Woolly Mammoths. So just an absolute explosion of runs here for the Woolly Mammoths here in the 7th. They've put up 6 runs. They were down 5-4 going into this inning.
Not done yet, and back to the man.
Not done yet.
Yeah, back to the man they started with, Dre Williams-Nelson. It looked like Verbrugge got him out, and then it kind of spiraled down with the Cedeno walk, and then next 4 guys reach base, all scoring, and you thought like the Beavers in this game were going to just take over after coming back from 4-0 down. And
that's another base hit and another run as Dotson comes around to score. So Williams-Nelson with a single, and it's 11-5 Woolly Mammoths.
Yeah, we had a similar outing on Sunday where the Hoppers put up 8 on the Unicorns when they were trailing 3-2. And now things are getting tight here for the Beavers.
It's now Jose Cedeno comes up. Is just an absolutely disastrous inning for the Beavers. First pitch is a ball to Cedeno. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. That one's high, and it's 2-1.
The 11th man to bat here as they look to try to get back to the top of the order. 7 runs have come across.
Williams-Nelson takes off the second. He's in there easily for a steal.
Able to get in there. They've been using that a lot here tonight, as that was a called strike.
So that's a 2-2 count now to Cedeno. There's another base hit by Cedeno. Here comes Dre Nelson in to score. Cedeno goes to second, and he is out at second, but the run should count. And that makes it 12-5 Woolly Mammoths. The Beavers finally get out of this inning, which was a disaster. 8 runs put up by the Woolly Mammoths. We've played 6.5 here. The Woolly Mammoths with a 12-5 lead over the Beavers. It is now the 7th inning stretch here at Jimmy John's Field. As you take a look at the replay, as Cedeno tried to gamble there, but again, 7th inning stretch here at Jimmy John's Field. as they start to play Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Alex. But what an inning for the Woolly Mammoths.
Make your move with a quick and easy mortgage from Genesis Credit Union. We have mortgages to fit your life. Genesis Credit Union. Visit us today.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Fields. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Woolly Mammoths put up 8 runs in the 7th. They were down 5-4. They now have a 12-5 lead, Alex.
Yeah, this game has gotten out of control for the Beavers as the Mammoths brought 11 men to the plate. 8 runs on that. Started out, Williams-Elson grounded out to short, then a walk by Cedeno, single by Walker, single by Fleming, walk by Seltzer, RBI single by Florentino, sac fly by Astor, infield RBI single by Sharkus. Dotson brought in 2 runs on an error by Ortega, then Williams-Nelson brought another run, and then Cedeno brought in 1 more before getting out at second. So that's just a rundown for you.
There's Rodriguez. That's going to be a foul ball. Wow, that was close. From here, it looked like it hit the chalk, but it's hard to see from here.
Very.
But the umpire's in the right. He's right down the line, so he had the right call, and it's a foul ball.
Very fortunate for the Mammoths to not give up a leadoff double, as it was just so close down that line by a hair.
It's interesting, though, too, Alex, that we're about at the time limit. So see what they do here. If they maybe play another inning, or we got fireworks tonight, so yeah, 12-5 ball game.
Yeah, 7 runs. If it was a closer game, like it was looking at it, if even if it was a 2-3 run game,
correct,
they might be going another inning, but we'll see what decision. There's no word yet.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything yet. So, but is that a strikeout? Because they're throwing the baseball around. No, it's not a strikeout. It's a 2-2 count. So Woolly Mammoths jumped the gun.
Yeah, I think they lost track of the count.
So 2-2 on Rodriguez. Bo Atkins still on the mound for the Woolly Mammoths. That's a fly ball to right field, but that's right at Cedeno, and it's 1 out here in the 7th inning.
He had a good hang time on it, but set up a little too high.
Cedeno really didn't even have to move on that one. So that'll bring up Tyler Shin here in the bottom of the 7th. That's a swing and a miss there.
Way off the plate.
Yeah, I don't know what he was swinging at. Strike called on Shin. Another strike call, and it's 0-2 on Tyler Shin. Swing and a miss. Tyler Shin is out on strikes. And there's 2 outs here in the 7th.
Strikeout number 2 for Atkins. It's been good coming out of the pen. And this game just spiraled for the Beavers.
It sure did. Quickly.
It escalated to a 7-run deficit. 8 runs scored by the Mammoths in that half frame.
Swing and a miss by Ruiz. 1 strike. That one's a strike call. Then it's 0-2 on Ruiz.
Ruiz backed out of the way. Thought it was going to go into him, but touched the inside corner.
Fly ball to left field. Sharkus is under it and makes the catch. More difficult than it looked, but Sharkus makes a nice catch. So we've played 7 innings here at Jimmy John's Field in downtown Utica. It's the Woolly Mammoths with a 12-5 lead over the Beavers. We head to the top of the 8th. We'll be right back here on the USPBL Network.
CEO of Tomey Group, and we're one of the largest Jimmy John franchisees in the country. With 50 Jimmy Johns and over 700 employees, it's a challenge to manage operations. What could possibly go wrong with owning 50 Jimmy Johns? People don't show up, equipment fail, run out of bread, no tomatoes, we need onions. Many different things can happen. Tryon allows us to really focus on the food and the operations of the restaurant.
And that's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Everyone has something that motivates them to do better. And for me, that's my daughter Shelby. I named Shelby Construction Services after her as a reminder to always run the company in a way that would make her proud. Our goal isn't just to get the job done, but to get it done right. And that means making sure every customer has a 5-star experience. I think how a company treats you is just as important as the finished product. My daughter wouldn't have it any other way.
Call 833-6-SHELBY. That's 833-6-SHELBY.
Needed a groundbreaking idea.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field. New pitcher on the mound for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. It is Jacob Pennington, Alex.
Well, Pennington looking to just finish out strong for the Beavers in this 7-run game. It has just been announced that this is going to be the last inning, so the Beavers will have one more chance at bat in the bottom half of the 8th.
We've reached the time limit, so yep, top of the 8th here. This will be the last inning of play. So what can you tell us about Jacob Pennington?
Pennington, looking at his numbers, came in near the midway point of the season. He's making his 11th appearance, 25 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts, 9 walks, 299 opposing batting average.
All right, yep, it's New York.
And he's going to be a guy that is going to be bringing a few pitches to his arsenal. He has a cutter that he uses a lot, a sweeper, changeup, and he rarely uses his 4-seam, so he's mostly off speed. So we'll see what he does here with the top of the order for the Mammoths.
4 for 4. Nice job, guys. Johnny, back up to you.
Thanks, Danny. Yeah, we will line Anderson pitching change. Now pitching for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, Jacob Pennington. Leading off for the Mammoths, third baseman number 9, Jake Walker.
So leading things off for the Woolly Mammoths will be Jake Walker. Set the pitch by Pennington. Whoa, watch out. That went straight to the umpire. Yeah. Through the mitt, right into the umpire's chest protector. And here comes the field umpire down. Wow, you could hear that thump from here, Alex.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. It's, of course. Here, take a look at the replay. As he squared the bunt and just missed the catcher's glove and went directly into the umpire's chest.
Yeah.
So now both catchers got hit, and now the umpire got hit.
Yeah, this was coming right at him. As Walker was just trying to lay down the bunt and just... Shin was trying to move his glove out of the way and hit the home plate umpire. He's able to stand up though and looking to get back.
All right.
Well, yeah, back behind home plate.
Another. Hey, catchers have tough jobs. Let's remember too, the umpires.
Yeah, they have to work through it all night long, and
give him credit for hanging in there, and it seems like he's okay.
So. The Mammoths, though, that last inning was really strong. Eight runs on the board. 3 outs away because this is going to be the last inning due to the 2.5-hour rule. Going to be 23-17. They'll play again on Sunday against the Hoppers, a team they beat 3-0 last night.
And they'll have a 1.5 game lead now up on the Unicorns.
And the Unicorns will play the Beavers tomorrow.
Swing and a miss by Walker, and it's 2-1.
That'll be a 7:05 game tomorrow. Just one game tomorrow. And then Sunday game against the Hoppers and Mammoths will be 1:05. It'll be the final Sunday afternoon game of the year.
So the Beavers fall to 7.5 games behind. So they're pretty much, I would say, pretty much kind of stuck, not officially, but kind of locked into that 4 seed, and they'll be playing on that first day in the playoffs.
You know, there are some benefits to that 4 seed. You'll be able to get some live hitting. Your pitchers might be, your bullpen might be a little bit rocked. No, not saying it would for surely happen, but you'll use a lot more arms to get to the championship compared to the 2 seed.
That one misses for a ball. Walker will take first on a base on ball.
Now batting the first baseman, number 17, Drew Fleming.
Drew Fleming now steps in for the Woolly Mammoths here in the 8th and final inning of the night here at Jimmy John's Field. On the Fireworks Spectacular, brought to you by Magna. Swing and a miss by Fleming. 1-0-1 count. That one's fouled back into the seats, and it's 1-0-2 on Fleming.
Fleming got a hit this last time up.
Did he swing? Yes, he did. Wow. So Fleming goes down swinging, and there's 1 out here in the 8th.
Man, didn't like the call, but the umpire said he went around.
That'll bring up Colby Seltzer. Walker on first. That one's fouled back into the netting. It's 0-1.
Seltzer walk his last time up, 0 for 2 on the night.
One count to Colby Seltzer. Throw back to first. Walker gets back. That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-1 on Seltzer. That one again fouled away, and it's 2-2 on Colby Seltzer.
Just looking to get his sway on base.
Another throw back to first. Walker back in time. That one fouled back into the netting. Still 2-2 on Seltzer.
Just working his way through, battling through this.
And that one is fouled on the third base line. So Seltzer battling here in the 8th. 1 out, 2-2 count 12-5 Woolly Mammoths after a monster 7th inning in which they put up 8 runs. There's a base hit by Seltzer. Walker will head to second. So again, here we go again with the Mammoths. Runners on first and second, and that'll bring up Francis Florentino.
Just kept on fighting and able to get one through for his first hit of the night.
As a fly ball, that's going to drop. Here comes Walker. He'll come around to score 13-5 Woolly Mammoths as they just pour it on here in the 8th. Adding insult to injury, Florentino with another hit. Runners at the corners, 13-5 Mammoths here in the 8th with 1 out. And that'll bring up Nick Pastor.
2 RBI night.
About 9 unanswered runs.
Yeah, that too. I was saying 2 RBIs for Florentino after he was hitless last night. Started off the game 0 for 3.
Swing and a miss by Pastor. There's a fly ball deep to center field. Is that going to be off the wall? And that's a ground rule double by Pastor. So bring in another run, folks. 14-5 Woolly Mammoths. Pastor, the ground rule double deep into center field.
Yeah, just carried that one on the breaking pitch off the scoreboard on 1 hop. So that'll put runners on second and third with only 1 out.
Sharkus now at the plate for the Woolly Mammoths. Runners on second and third. And this is just a continuation from the 7th inning.
Yeah, this did not feel like a 9-run game at all. No, coming into the 7th inning.
That misses for a ball, and it's 1-1 on Sharkus.
Looking to bring more here. The Mammoths have just piled it on.
That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-1 on Sharkus.
Just hammering it in here tonight. Sharkus looking to add on more.
That one fouled back into the inning, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, look at that. 14 runs, 13 hits. The
Beavers spot in the 7th. That one misses for a ball, and it's a full count on Sharkus. Another base hit by Sharkus. 2 more runs come around. Actually, 1. They'll hold the runner at third base. But Florentino comes around to score, and it's 15-5. Woolly Mammoths. The bloodbath continues.
Yeah, they're not stopping.
I mean, it's really batting practice right now for these guys. Dotson now at the plate for the Woolly Mammoths.
Yeah, the most runs the Beavers have allowed was 19. That was in a non-public
Check swing,
game.
grounder right to the pitcher. It's going to be fielded, and he'll just touch first base himself, but another run scores. Dotson gets an RBI, and Pastor scores, and it's 16-5 Woolly Mammoths with 2 outs in the 8th.
Yeah, go down as a sack bunt for Dotson.
And Dre Williams-Nelson now at the plate for the Woolly Mammoths. That one misses for a ball. strike called on Williams Nelson. It's 1-1.
The most runs, the
swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 on Dre Williams Nelson.
Yeah, the most runs the Mammoths have scored in this season was 13 in the game back on July 3rd. They've topped that off here tonight. Most runs scored in the game by them this season.
Ground ball to third base, into the hole, and no one's at. Are they going to get him at third? No, he's safe. So a ground ball that was in the hole, trying to field by Ortega, couldn't get to it, and Wilcoxon fields it, tries to get the runner at third, but he got there in time. Sharkus in there at third, and runner on third base, 2 outs, and Jose Cedeno out to plate for the Woolly Mammoths.
And they're going to have
Dre Williams Nelson stealing an 11-run game.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I see what they wanted to do. It just, I think this game is out of reach.
It sure is.
It's
been out of reach.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's just. I understand you've been trying to do to get the stats on, and not paying attention was Pennington, and just.
Correct. It's a swing and a miss by Cedeno. It's 1-1.
And the Beavers just want to get this game done.
Fly ball to left field. That's going to be foul right near the bullpen, and it's 1-2 on Cedeno.
Yeah, I was just saying the Beavers they've let up 12 unanswered runs. This is a game they just felt like they had momentum, and it slipped away through their hands. And they got to bring the back up here tomorrow against the Unicorns and forget about this game and
look ahead to tomorrow. They're going to have another tough matchup against the second-place team that's right behind the Woolly Mammoths and the Utica Unicorns and the defending champions. That misses for a ball, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, and finally the inning is over. And
that's it for the Mammoths at the top of the 8th.
That's it for the Mammoths in the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th, the final 3 outs for the Beavers. They are down 16-5. We'll be right back here on the USPBL Network.
The Dave & Buster's method is designed to help you unlearn adulthood and discover the funner you hidden within you. The you that doesn't think about adult things and stuff. Ashley, I don't want to hear anything about your car registration when we're at Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
The you want to be. Let the Dave & Buster's method illuminate you. Begin the method today with 5 free games. You know you want to.
Fifth Third Extra Time helps you do you better. So kick back and relax. You have extra time to avoid overdraft fees. Fifth Third Extra Time. This is banking a Fifth Third better.
We're the financial champion of Michiganders. Whether you're a goal getter or dream chaser, an empty nester or up-and-comer, anyone in Michigan can bank with us. Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field here as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Last call for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. And they got a long ways. They gotta come up with a heck of a rally here as they're down 16-5, Alex.
Yeah, the game spiraled and got out of control, especially in that 7th inning. And this was not the game they had in mind. It just escalated quickly, and for the most part, the Mammoths had the 4-0 lead, and you saw the Beavers chip away, run at a time, and then take the lead heading into the 7th inning, and then the Mammoths just came in and really put it down here, as we're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Ranko Stevanovic in place of Ben Wilcoxon. We might also see Vasily Kaludis getting at bat.
And Bo Atkins, of course, still on the mound for the Willie Mammoths as he tries to shut the door on the Beavers. First pitch is a strike called on Stefanovic.
16-5 in favor of the Mammoths here tonight, and
strike called again on Stefanovic. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Stefanovic goes down swinging. 1 out here in the 8th. And we have a pinch hitter now for the Beavers. You called it, Alex. Vasily Kaludis at the plate for the Beavers.
Yeah, coming in for Piotrowski. He was the bright spot for the Beavers here tonight. 4 for 4, all of them singles. Perfect night for him. Also drove in, had some runs scored on some of the RBI plays, but you really felt good heading into the later third of this ball game, and now all your attention brings on to tomorrow. Put this one in the past and get ready for the final finish of the season with the last week coming up. And
that one misses, and it's 3-0 on Kaludis.
Yeah, something interesting we haven't seen. With all the runs that the Mammoths have poured on, they didn't need the long ball tonight. They didn't need anyone that went out of the park. The closest one was Pastor. That was that ground rule double.
That's a strike called on Kaludis, and it's 3-1. That one fouled away, and it's a full count on Vasily Kaludis. Pitch by Bo Atkins is missed outside for a ball, and Kaludis is on base with a walk.
Now batting for the Beavers, the right fielder, number 10.
That'll bring up Ray Hilbrick for the Beavers.
Hilbrick tonight, 3 for 4. 3 singles and an RBI for him.
That one's in the dirt for a ball. That one misses again for a ball, and it's 2-0 on Hilbrick. That's a pop-up to the shortstop. That's going to be caught by Seltzer, and we got 2 outs here in the 8th.
Jackson Torelli, please head to guest services. Your parents are looking for you. Jackson Torelli.
So 2 outs here. Last call for the
Joe
Beavers.
Burke, who's had a
First baseman number 15, Joe Burke.
Joe Burke just looking to get anything going here at this point. It's just to carry on to tomorrow, and they'll have another tough ball game. They'll be playing the Unicorns, as I mentioned before, so it doesn't get easier for the Beavers. First pitch for him is a ball.
It will be a tough one, especially when how they played them in the last game fell in sudden death last Saturday night.
swing and a miss by Joe Burke, and it's 2-1. The pitch by Atkins misses, and it's 3-1 on Joe Burke. Fly ball to center field, right at Pastor. He makes the catch, and that is your ball game, folks. The Westside Woolly Mammoths with just a monstrous night on offense as they take down the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. Your final score, 16-5. Your final thoughts, Alex?
Well, just the explosion. 12 unanswered runs to end the ball game for the Mammoths. You look at the box score graphic here tonight, Denver. 8 runs in the 7th. It just was an all-around great effort. Winning another game in back-to-back nights. Coming through after they had a pitcher's duel last night where Carter Fitzpatrick led them to a shutout victory. Tonight the offense took its turn with 16 runs, and now all the attention goes to their much important game once again with the Hoppers on Sunday.
Well, let's take a look at our next game. That will bring it to you tomorrow night right here on the USPBL network. Our next broadcast, it's the Utica Unicorns, now a game and a half behind the Woolly Mammoths after the Woolly Mammoths won tonight. So they'll have a big game to try to keep pace with the Woolly Mammoths for that #1 seed. They'll take on the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. Game time is 7:05 right here on the USPBL network. We hope you will join us then. That's going to do it here from Jimmy John's Field here in downtown Utica. Once again, the final score, the Westside Woolly Mammoths 16-5 over the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. For everyone behind the scenes, along with my broadcast partner Alex Johnson, I'm Enver Shaplow. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.